Okay, good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to tonight's City Commission meeting for Tuesday, February 28th. And at this time, we will have the roll call taken by our city clerk, Melissa.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Here.
Commissioner Swindell,
Here.
Commissioner York,
Here.
Commissioner Maples,
Here.
Mayor Van Oster.
Here. Okay, our next item on the agenda is our invocation. And this evening, we have Pastor Judy Mustang from the Life Point Church. Welcome.
Thank you. I tried to wear tall enough boots to be able to reach this. Thank you again. I appreciate that. Well, Father, we thank you for this city, and we thank you for those who are here to help lead and govern it. We ask that, God, you would give them wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and your counsel. I ask that your blessing be upon them, and may our city always be a city of hope. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will have a quick review of our agenda. Is there anything anybody sees that we need to add or change? No? Okay, then we will move on. Next on our agenda is our consent agenda. It consists of 3 items. The first 2, City Commission meeting minutes from Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, and our 2023 appropriation ordinance number AO-23-04 in the amount of $6,423,188.56. So, does anybody have any questions on the meeting minutes? Anything that needs to be changed?
No.
Okay, then we'll move on to the appropriation ordinance. Commissioner York, do you have anything tonight to point out?
Certainly. So, Algier Martin and Associates, this is for the water treatment improvements. Is that correct, Steph? For Algier Martin, yes. $30,146. Ashland Tree Expert Company, $11,413. The city treasurer, this is for our dental and health claims, $295,147. Caulfield Insurance Associates, this is for power plant quarterly insurance and treasurer bond, $126,729. Cross Discipline Engineering, $20,732. Grand River Dam Authority, $4,228,678. High Potential Power Services, $11,429. Jeff Graham Construction, this is for City Hall roof replacement and water waste roof replacement, $144,993. KMGA Gas Supply Operating Fund, $106,362. The Library Treasurer for first tax distribution, $189,028. Public Services Residential Service, $36,452. Southwest Power Pool for transmission services, $702,052. And then Southwest Power Administration, $12,303. And payroll for February 19 of $386,273.
All right. I have one to add to that, but I know it's a thorn, I think it's a thorn in all our sides.
Yes.
But is our payment to the vendor for lot cleanup. Because that is taxpayers' money.
It is.
That we're using to clean up property that's been neglected. And we had 13 that we did this last month, within this month. $2,500. So that's a lot that could go somewhere else.
That's right.
To be making good on that. So just want to point that out.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, thank you. Okay, is there any further questions or anything anybody else wants to bring up about the appropriation ordinance? Okay, if not, I will move to approve items 1 and 2 of the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion is made by Mayor Van Oster, seconded by Commissioner York to approve items 1 and 2 of the consent agenda as presented. Commissioner Swindell,
Aye.
Commissioner York,
Aye.
Commissioner Maples,
Aye.
Mayor Van Oster,
Aye.
and Vice Mayor Doan.
Aye.
Okay. The third item under the consent agenda is the 2023 appropriation ordinance number AO23-04A for Isham's True Value Hardware in the amount of $613.98.
Mayor, if there are no questions, I'll move to approve item 3 of the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Commissioner York, seconded by Vice Mayor Doan to approve item 3 of the consent agenda as presented. Commissioner York,
Aye.
Commissioner Maples,
Aye.
Mayor Van Oster,
Abstain?
Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Swindell.
Aye.
Okay. Now moving on, we have comments from the public. Any citizen desiring to address the commission shall be recognized, advance to the podium, state his or her name and address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes unless extended by a vote of the majority of the commission. The commission does not hear matters involving litigation or city personnel. The commission does not take any action on subjects not on the agenda unless unusual or hardship conditions exist. Citizens may address the commission on agenda items as they are brought to the floor. I don't believe we have anybody here this evening. So we will move on to regular agenda items. First, public hearings, special presentations, and proclamations, which we have none this evening. Next item is old business, of which there is no old business this evening. So we will move on to all our new business. Tonight we have Resolution R-23-12, which is a resolution to approve the purchase of emergency equipment for 3 police vehicles for the Coffeyville Police Department. Our Police Captain Darren Daly will make comments.
Mayor, Commissioners, back in November, you guys approved for us to purchase new police vehicles. We held off on equipment because we really didn't have any idea when those vehicles were going to show up, and with inflation and everything, we didn't know what it was going to cost to outfit them. Surprisingly, last week, the dealership called me and one of our vehicles is in. We're still waiting on the other 2 to show up, so I went ahead and got a quote for the emergency equipment, what it costs to equip all 3 of those vehicles. And also the dealership did tell me they expected the other 2 relatively in the next week or so. So we wanted to go ahead and move forward with get the approval to get the equipment ordered, and so we'll be ready to go once those vehicles get here.
Okay, so you've got here a quote in our packet for $22,995, right?
That's correct.
And if you can kind of just explain what that entails.
When we get the when we get the vehicles, they're totally clean. There's nothing in them. This is the consoles, the cages, the radios, all the emergency lighting equipment, and also the video, the car camera, and so forth. It pays for all of that.
And I saw from your report that the ARPA funds are going to be used
That's correct.
for that? Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, does anybody else have any questions on this?
Mayor, if there are no other questions, I'll move to approve Resolution R-2312 as presented.
Second.
Who was the second?
Jason.
Jason.
Thank you. Motion is made by Commissioner York, seconded by Commissioner Swindell to approve Resolution R-23-12 as presented. Commissioner Maples,
Aye.
Mayor Van Oster,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Swindell,
Aye.
Commissioner York.
Aye.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Captain Daly, appreciate it. Our next item on the agenda is Resolution R-23-13, which is a resolution to authorize the execution of a lease agreement with Digital Connections for a printer for engineering services. Our Director of Engineering, Mr. Thomas Osborne, will make comments this evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. This evening I have for you a lease agreement with Digital Connections. They are the provider for our large format plotter as well as the other printers throughout the city as far as the 4 just general printing needs. This printer would be for engineering services. It's capable of 11 by 17 or half-size sheets. That's something that we use a lot of. Currently, the only printer in City Hall that does that is the one upstairs in the main copy room. So with us moving downstairs, that's getting to the point where trying to run clear across the building to get a print when somebody's waiting in your office just doesn't make sense. So we're asking for the approval of a lease agreement for this printer. It comes with the maintenance agreement as well. So
Okay. 36-month lease, correct?
yes.
And so our monthly amount will be $127.29. Okay.
So I'm not arguing. I definitely am not upset at all, but how do we get such a big discount? Did you work your charm?
All I did is told Chris I needed this is what I need, and he got a hold of Digital Connections, and that's what they sent us. So
Wow.
we saw that a pretty good sizable discount like that on the large plotter as well. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's good. Very good. Okay. All right. Any further questions? Okay. If not, I will move to approve Resolution R-23-13 as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Mayor Van Oster, seconded by Commissioner Maples to approve Resolution R-23-13 as presented. Mayor Van Oster,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Swindell,
Aye.
Commissioner York,
Aye.
Commissioner Maples.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
How soon before you guys are down there, Thomas? Do you know yet? 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yeah. Good.
We'll have a formal christening by the commission.
Okay. The next item on our agenda is Resolution R-23-14, which is a resolution to approve purchase of new servers for City Hall. Our Director of Technology, Chris Felix, will make comments.
So he told you to give him credit for that great discount, and then
Yeah.
There he comes.
Hey.
Okay. It's all right.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Before you tonight is a proposal to purchase replacement servers for City Hall. The current servers at City Hall are beyond their life. As part of this package, it includes storage as well. It's very similar, it's not similar, it's exactly what we purchased for the police department back in May. This provides us with 77 terabytes of usable storage compared to what we currently have at 10. The current storage we have, we bought back in 2012, and then we expanded in 2013, so we've had it for quite a number of years, and it's showing its age, and it's just due for replacement. So in the staff report, I mentioned there are 2 quotes in there, one from Peak Uptime, who we purchased the one from PD from, and then comparable quote from CDWG. I'd be happy to try to answer any questions you may have.
So these servers have about a 10-year lifetime, is it?
The current ones we've replaced over the years. We bought a set of refurbished ones back in 2000 that got us to this year.
Right.
So
Okay.
usually 5 years is where we like to keep it. Storage, as long as we're not having any issues and we have a maintenance agreement on the controllers, it's not that big of a deal. You're just replacing hard drives. So.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
If there are no other questions, Mayor, I'll move to approve Resolution R-23-14 as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Commissioner York, seconded by Mayor Van Oster to approve Resolution R-23-14 as presented. Vice Mayor Doan,
Aye.
Commissioner Swindell,
Aye.
Commissioner York,
Aye.
Commissioner Maples,
Aye.
Mayor Van Oster.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris,
Thank you,
very
Chris.
much. Okay, we will now move on to our city manager's report.
Mayor and Commissioners, all I can say is lots going on. Thank you for your pictures at the stone shelter at the park previous to the meeting. It is one of those that's our kickoff of the quality of life through the sales tax for the next 10 years. So our first project will be Sycamore Park. That'll be done by the end of this year. So a lot of things happening. Housing has been busy. We've been talking to people that are interested in investing. Of course, you're aware that the housing department obtained the MIH grant for a local investor that is 14 homes over the next 10 years, and we hope to, as the USDA program I said 10 years, 3 years, is we hope as that program starts and gets incorporated, that over a 3-year period, adding in that would be a total of 44 homes that would be built over a 3-year period. So things are cranking up, a lot of good, good things. We're leading forward, helping people that are interested in income-based housing. We're working on some grants through the housing department for a lot of good things for Coffeyville. The other departments, we're getting ready for our busy time of the year. We know that cold will come again. It's hard to imagine on a day like this, but we are preparing for spring and summer. So proud of all the departments, what they do. They're forward thinking, and we're going to get a lot of stuff done. So if there's any questions, I'd be glad to answer those now.
Okay, thank you, Mark, very much. Okay, moving on, we have comments from commissioners and staff. So does anybody have anything this evening?
I just wanted to say thank you to the Parks Board for their work on getting the playground equipment, and also to Public Service for doing the installation work up there. They've been working hard. And
The majority of all the work over the next 10 years will be in-house, and that'll stretch those sales tax dollars to do more.
It looks good.
yes, it's a step forward.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
I see our chart, Stephanie. Yes. Good. It is good. We only got the blue on there, but yeah. Is that blue? The first one?
It's blue, right?
Yeah.
It's blue.
It's a little early, but I can tell you next month looks even better.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
All right.
and that's
So
great.
this was actually November's proceeds, right? Yeah, so the next month will be Christmas proceeds. Yeah.
Cool.
Very good.
I think that's wonderful. Like I said, the more that the Shop Local initiative, or even when you purchase online and with the point of destination sales tax, the more it helps Coffeyville. So, anyway, anybody else have anything? Keep shopping them? Nope. Okay. If not, I'll make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Mayor Bannister, seconded by Vice Mayor Doan to adjourn. Can I see a show of hands? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.